Hello Kingdom fans and welcome to Seven Kingdoms. Today we're diving into the battle for Kokuyou Hills, a wild clash between Shin and Shao over a key strategic location critical for King Sei's plan to conquer the Six Kingdoms. This was definitely within one of my top 5 kingdom arcs so far, and you'll see why. Shin sends out General Kanki along with 50,000 troops, commanded by the key player, Ogiko. We also have Maron, Ringoku, Raido, and lest I forget, the most gorgeous of them all, Zenu. Yeah, there's also Kokuyou too. They also have the support of the Hishin unit, made up of 5,000 troops led by Shin, and 3,000 more by Kyokai. On the other side, we see a familiar face, the bitched-faced instinctual general, Keisha. He's leading an army of 40,000 supported by his fatty commander Kinmu and the underwhelming Gakure. We also have the new player Kisue, the leader of the Rigan army backed by 30,000 soldiers. His right and left hand man, Bate and Ryoto are present too. Both armies somehow coincidentally get to Kokuyou Hills at the exact same time. They soon realize the location is unorthodox and essentially it will be a battle for the 5 big hills. Both armies rush to the battlefield, knowing that whoever controlled the central hill would have the upper hand. On day 1, Kanki's strategy was to establish a strong line beyond the central hill, but Shao's clever ambushes led by Bate and Ryoto derailed that plan. The Hishin unit found themselves bogged down by guerrilla tactics and as a result took a mini setback, losing their closest hill. As Raido's army moved further in, Kanki decides to send out the powerhouse Zenu to cause chaos. Keisha knew it would be difficult to secure the central hill whilst defending against ongoing attacks, and so him being the instinctual bitch that he is, along with the NPC Gakure, they charged towards Raido and Zenu with overwhelming numbers. The Kanki army, being the bandits that they are, dispersed into the wilderness, a tactic which, although looks cowardice and chaotic, allowed the left wing to escape, preventing significant casualties. During the chaos, Kyokai's group, who were quite deep into the forest, stumbled upon a settlement. She tried to warn the civilian of Jin's invasion, and since that failed, she moved on to the next best thing, assassination of the commander Ryoto. But this also backfired, leaving her wounded behind enemy lines and out of action. On day 2, both armies regrouped, while on the left, Kokuyou struggled as Kisue entered the fray. Slaying her defense commander and forcing her to retreat. Despite small wins, the central hill was still Zhao's stronghold. As the Hishin unit pressed forward to reach the bottom of the hill from the right side, the entire battlefield looked towards Kanki. As an orthodox tactician, worth his salt would not have missed this opportunity to pincer the central hill troops. Kanki did not move. Day 3 saw Kanki holding back even more. Letting tensions rise, Keisha, growing impatient, made a bold move and attacked the Hishin unit directly. It was a trap. Zenu's forces diagonally stormed through Kisue's line to ambush Keisha. Though Kisue saved him momentarily, Shin eventually caught up and an epic battle between Shin's strike force and Keisha's bodyguard ensued. We saw an amazing moment where Shin tells his troops that if they are struggling, they should look towards his back, essentially have faith in him to carry them forward. With the help of Kyokai's unit and Naki's support, Shin fought and took Keisha down in an intense duel. Simultaneously, Kyokai returned to finish Ryoto in a sad moment. Although 2 generals, including the commander-in-chief, were now defeated, this went unnoticed and the battle continued. At the end of day 4, Shin and Kyokai learned that the Kanki army had butchered civilians living in the settlements. They both rushed towards the Kanki army where battle against high command ensued. Thanks to Shin's achievements of taking out the bitch-faced Supreme Commander and with the interruption of Bucktooth Bihei, Shin and Kyokai left the camp in preparation of tomorrow's battle. On day 5, Kanki flipped the script. After interrogating prisoners, he learned about Kisue's emotional ties to Rigan City. Kanki burned the settlements, slaughtered civilians and sent Kisue a horrifying gift, a bridge of corpses and a warning that Rigan would be next. It worked. Kisui and his army of 30,000 abandoned the hill to save his hometown, only to realize it was a ruse. Chin, using this opportunity, recaptured the central hill without much resistance, sealing their victory. This battle wasn't just about tactics, it was a psychological warfare at its darkest. From ambushes, to bold duels, to Kanki's ruthless mind games, it was a brutal yet brilliant Chin win. For me, the three most epic moments in this arc were: firstly, Lieutenant N officers alongside Kyokai. The Bucktooth's emotional moment with Shin was another epic moment. After being beaten up by Kanki's troops, Bihei broke down, saying he didn't need to commit war atrocities because following Shin filled his heart with purpose. That scene hit hard, especially with the Heishin unit members gathered outside the tent, quietly listening in. Seeing Shin inspire his men so deeply was a turning point. Finally, Kanki's genius unorthodox thinking ability was portrayed. His ability to think ahead and adapt flexibly was on full display in this battle. He shifted targets from the central hill to Keisha and then once again to Kisui, all while everyone else was still fixated on the central hill. Kanki realized quickly that baiting the instinctual Keisha a second time out of his web wasn't feasible and immediately switched to another prominent target, Kisui. His overwhelming victories, achieved with minimal casualties, really underline his brilliance. This feat, along with his previous achievements during Sanyu and the Coalition arc, makes him a formidable contender for the gold. Let me know your favourite moments in the comment sections for this arc. Stick around for more epic Kingdom recaps.